Good morning everyone. Lot of people keep commenting what is my name. So my name is Pradeep Chaudhary and in this video of GK today we are going to cover the current affairs. So now let's start. For mobile optimized ebooks, please install GK Today Academy app. For regular updates, please join our Telegram channel. This is the name of Telegram channel GK Today YouTube. Please make sure that you join the right channel and this is the link. Now we have started a new channel Civils Academy. If you find it relevant, you can subscribe to it. The link of this Civils Academy channel, GK Today Telegram channel and GK Today Academy app is given in the description box. Please check that. Now let's start. EPFO, that is Employees Provident Fund Organization, has partnered with which facility to enable its pensioners to submit digital life certificates? So for this purpose, EPFO has partnered with CSC, that is Common Service Centers, and this will ensure that the pensioners can submit their digital life certificate, that is digital Jeevan Praman. So why they need to submit their digital life certificate? To prove that they are alive and therefore they can continue to withdraw the pension. Now if we talk about EPFO, it is under Labour Ministry. The full name of this ministry is Ministry of Labour and Employment, and recently this ministry was in news as it partnered with TCS to offer free online career skill training. And for this purpose, the TCS Ion partnered with Labour Ministry to provide career skills training on its NCS portal. What is NCS? It is National Career Service. Which organization submitted the Universal Periodic Review, that is UPR, to the United Nations? So this organization is NHRC, that is National Human Rights Commission. So recently NHRC had submitted a mid-term report to the United Nations on human rights situations in our country. Now this is the first time NHRC is submitting such mid-time report, and in this report NHRC also informed that the government of India is actively considering the proposal of UBI. What is UBI? It is Universal Basic Income. That means everyone will get this income irrespective of their status, caste, creed and all these factors. Now if we talk about NHRC, it is a statutory body and it is responsible for the human rights in our country. This is at national level. At state level we have State Human Rights Commission. So NHRC is headed by Justice H.L. Dattu. Where is the headquarters of ICC, that is Indian Chamber of Commerce? So it is in Kolkata, and recently it was in news because Prime Minister Mr. Modi recently delivered an inaugural address of the 95th annual session of ICC through video conferencing. So it was founded in 1925. Now this ICC is different from ICC that is related to cricket. That stands for International Cricket Council, and the headquarters of that ICC is in Dubai. Dubai is in UAE, and recently UAE was in news as it was declared as reciprocating territory by India. Which technology company has banned police from using its facial recognition software Rekognition? So recently Amazon decided to ban police from using this facial recognition software, and this decision was taken in the backdrop of the nationwide protest in USA against racism, and this started after the death of George Floyd. So why this system was banned? It was banned because it was criticized for identifying people based on their skin color. Recently IBM also revoked its decision to continue a face recognition software program. Similarly, Microsoft also joined the companies in banning police to use this face recognition software. Now USA was also in news as recently it quit WHO, that is World Health Organization. USA was also in news because of Open Skies Treaty. USA was also in news because of Uyghur Bill. So Uyghurs are the Muslim minorities in China. Now answer in comment box, Rohingyas are associated to which country? That means which country was in news recently for the human rights violation of Rohingya. Government has issued advisory for import and possession of exotic live species under which agreement? It is CITES, that is Convention on International Trade in Endangered Species of wild flora and fauna. So recently, Government of India issued guidelines for the import and possession of exotic live species under this agreement. Now, what are exotic live species? These are the species of plant and animals which are moved from their original habitat to a new habitat by human intervention. So, as per these new guidelines, in order to import any exotic animal, the concerned person will have to submit an application to DGFT. DGFT stands for Director General of Foreign Trade, and this DGFT is under Commerce Ministry. So after approval from DGFT, one can import. What is the name of special yoga module developed by India's permanent mission to United Nations to mark the International Yoga Day? So the name of this module is Yoga for Health, Yoga at Home. Every year, 21st of June is celebrated as International Yoga Day, and to mark this, India's permanent mission to United Nations developed a special yoga module. Now, recently, Prime Minister Mr. Modi also announced a video blogging contest named My Life, My Yoga. This contest is also known as Jeevan Yoga. So, for this purpose, ICCR is going to collaborate with Ayush Ministry. Now, what is ICCR? It is Indian Council for Cultural Relations, and this ICCR was founded by Maulana Abul Kalam Azad, and he was the first education minister of independent India. Which Indo-American has won the prestigious World Food Prize 2020? So he is Dr. Ratan Lal, and he won this prestigious award, and this is considered as equivalent to Nobel Prize in Agriculture. On which date the World Day Against Child Labor is celebrated? So it is on 12th of June. And the theme of this year's World Day Against Child Labor is COVID-19, Protect Children from Child Labor now more than ever. So 12th of June is World Day Against Child Labor, while 13th of June is International Albinism Day. And the theme of this International Albinism Awareness Day was Made to Shine. On the other hand, 14th of June was World Blood Donor Day, and the theme of this year's World Blood Donor Day was Safe Blood Saves Lives. Now, answer in comment box which blood group is considered as universal blood donor and why it is considered so. Which technology company has launched an initiative called Summer of Ideas Initiative for college students? So, this is an initiative by Infosys, and this is being powered by the digital learning platform of Infosys, and the name of this platform is Wingspan. So this initiative is expected to bridge the gap which has been formed due to COVID-19. So this is a new learning initiative for college students. Which country remains in the top spot as per the latest FIFA rankings? So Belgium is on top. Belgium is followed by France and Brazil. India is on 108th position. Which country's railway is the first to successfully run double-stack container train in the electric zone? So India is first country to do so, and the train commenced its operations from Palanpur and Botad stations in Gujarat. And with this, India became the first country to successfully do so. Present Railway Minister is Piyush Goyal. Recently, Gujarat was in news as it topped the FSSAI Food Safety Index. FSSAI is under Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. Now answer in comment box whether FSSAI is a statutory body or an executive body. Now answer in comment box whether FSSAI is a statutory body or an executive body. Which organization has become the first construction sector organization to completely operate in digital platform? So it is NHAI, that is National Highway Authority of India, and it became the first digital organization in the construction sector, and it has launched data lake and project management software. So with this initiative, the entire project workflow of NHAI has been transformed online, and now with the help of this system, it will be predicted that what is going to be the financial impact of any project. Now NHAI is under Ministry of Road Transport and Highways. Recently NHAI was in news because of Gati portal. So this portal has been designed on the lines of Pragati portal of the government. So this Gati portal is used to monitor the projects online. Which Indian state or union territory provides an incentive of rupee 2000 per migrant after successful completion of quarantine period? So this decision was taken by Odisha state government to provide an incentive of rupee 2000 per migrant after successful completion of quarantine period. Now Odisha was also in news as recently it became the first state in our country to receive ISO certification for the hostels which are meant for tribal students. Which union ministry has launched an internship program called Sehkar Mitra? So this is an initiative started by Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare. Present minister is Narendra Singh Tomar. His constituency is Morena. Morena is in Madhya Pradesh. So Agriculture Minister launched this initiative and this will provide paid internship opportunity to the youth, and as an intern the young professionals will get exposure from the working of NCDC. What is NCDC? It is National Cooperative Development Corporation. Now answer in comment box, which Constitutional Amendment Act made the right to form cooperative societies a fundamental right? Which Indian state or union territory has launched a scheme called Panchvati Yojana to develop parks and gardens in rural areas? So this was decided by Himachal Pradesh to start a scheme named Panchvati Yojana to develop the parks and gardens in the rural areas so that elderly people can spend their time. The Chief Minister of Himachal Pradesh is Mr. Jairam Thakur. Which state launched financial assistance scheme to benefit barbers, washermen and tailors? So this scheme has been started by Andhra Pradesh. So the name of this scheme is Jagananna Chedodu scheme and it has been started by Andhra Pradesh. As per this scheme, the financial assistance of 10,000 rupees will be provided to the beneficiaries, and the beneficiaries are barbers, washermen and tailors. Sunni Yojana, which was in news recently, is an initiative of which state government? So it is an initiative of Gujarat government. It was launched in 2016 and Sunni stands for Saurashtra Narmada Avtaran Irrigation Scheme. Now why this scheme was in news recently? It was in news because the phase 2 of this scheme is going to be completed before 15th of August of 2020 and this was announced by the government recently and therefore it was in news. So the scheme was launched to provide the adequate drinking water and to meet the irrigation requirements of Saurashtra and Kutch region from Narmada river. The recent reduction in the customs duty of which product import is expected to benefit the agarbatti manufacturers. So recently, the government of India increased the custom duty on bamboo imports from 10% to 25%. This was announced by CBIC, that is Central Board of Indirect Taxes and Customs. So this will help the domestic bamboo industry. Now it is important to note that previously only the large agarbatti manufacturers were able to import bamboo at lower rate. Now the custom duty has been increased, therefore the import of bamboo will be costlier and therefore it will promote the use of domestic bamboo. As per the GST Council, what is the maximum late fees for non-filing of GSTR 3B returns for the period of July 2017 to January 2020 for the person with liability? So right answer is rupee 500. So recently Union Finance Minister chaired the GST Council and it is a constitutional body, and as per the recent meeting it was announced that those with no tax liabilities, there is no late fees for filing returns. However, those persons with tax liability, the maximum late fees for non-filing of GSTR 3B returns is going to be 500 rupees. Apart from that, it was also decided that for taxpayers with turnover up to rupee 5 crores, the rate of interest for late furnishing of GST returns for February to April is reduced from 18% to 9% per annum, and this has been reduced till September end. Now answer in comment box whether all states or union territories are represented in this GST Council. Who is the head of empowered group of secretaries which was recently constituted to facilitate investment in the country. So this is to be headed by Cabinet Secretary. Present Cabinet Secretary is Rajiv Gauba. So this empowered group of secretaries has been constituted to facilitate investment in our country so that the economic growth can be revived. So these were the most important questions of today's quiz. Now we are going to cover some important facts in our news section. So if you want current affairs only in question answer format, you can skip this section. So first we are going to cover person in news. First one is Samir Bangla. So he died recently in a road accident, and he was the co-founder of a digital media company named Kyunki. Next is Sushant Singh Rajput. So yesterday he committed suicide, and he was well-known Bollywood actor. Next is Hosbat Suresh. So he was the former judge of Bombay High Court and human rights activist, and he passed away recently. Next is Guljar Dehelvi, and he was Urdu poet. Next is Sonu Sood. So Sonu Sood was in news because recently Cargo International made a proud claim about the efforts made by Sonu Sood during lockdown period, and Sonu Sood is the brand ambassador of this Cargo International. It is a Delhi-based lubricant company, and Sonu Sood is endorsing the Adrol lubricant of this Cargo International. Next news is related to Bishwajit Dasgupta. So Vice Admiral Bishwajit Dasgupta took charge as the Chief of Staff of Eastern Naval Command. And last news is related to P.K. Mohanty. So recently an internal working group has been set up by RBI to review the guidelines on the ownership and corporate structure of private banks. And this group is to be headed by P.K. Mohanty. Now we are going to cover some terms which were in news. So first is GermClean, and this has been developed by DRDO, that is Defense Research and Development Organization, and it is a sanitizing chamber for the security forces. So this chamber will be helpful for sanitizing the uniforms of our security forces. Next is related to ISRO, as ISRO is going to organize an online cyberspace competition for youth, and it will have a drawing competition, model making competition, and essay competition. Next is COVID-19 and child labor. So recently ILO, that is International Labour Organization, in association with UNICEF, released this report, and the title of this report is COVID-19 and Child Labor, a time of crisis, a time to act. Next is CPCB. So CPCB stands for Central Pollution Control Board. So recently CPCB decided to classify railway stations based on the quantity of wastewater generated by the railway station, and it will also consider the disposal of that untreated water by the railway station. CPCB is under Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. Recently CPCB was in news as India's first e-waste clinic was set up in Madhya Pradesh in Bhopal, and for this Bhopal Municipal Corporation partnered with CPCB. Next news is also associated to Madhya Pradesh, as the state government of Madhya Pradesh decided to give the status of Corona warriors to Divyang Anganwadi workers. Next is related to flatted factory model. So recently this model was in news as Uttar Pradesh Industrial Development Authority has adopted this policy of flatted factories. What is the meaning of flatted factories? It means multiple stories building in which multiple non-polluting factories are going to operate. So this will ensure that they will not need much land for such factories. So like housing buildings which are multiple storied, factories can also be there in this same model. And recently this model was in news as this has been approved by the Uttar Pradesh government. Next is Ghar Ghar Nigarani campaign. So this is an app which has been started by Punjab government to spread the awareness about COVID-19 and to prevent the community transmission. Punjab was also in news because of its initiative Mission Fateh. Next is related to ePaisa. So ePaisa is a POS solution provider. What is POS? It is point of sale. So this is a digital payment system, and ePaisa is a POS solution provider. Recently it was in news as it announced its collaboration with First Alliance Bank, and this is in Zambia, and Zambia is in Africa. So ePaisa in collaboration with First Alliance Bank will provide the POS solution to the small and medium enterprises in the Zambia in Africa. And this is special for ePesa because it is the first global expansion for the organization. Now for such more digital transactions, recently RBI announced PIDF, that is Payment Infrastructure Development Fund, and this fund is of rupee 500 crore rupees. Next is related to Captain Arjun. So Arjun stands for always be responsible and just use to be nice. So this is an initiative of Central Railway Zone, and this has launched an artificial intelligence enabled robot, and the name of this robot is Captain Arjun, and this has been launched to intensify the screening and surveillance of railway passengers. Next is related to Robi Exita and Bharti International. So Bharti International Singapore Private Limited, that is BISPL, which is an entity of Bharti Airtel, has acquired the 6.3% stakes in Robi Exita, and it is an entity from Bangladesh. Next is TrueNAT. So recently Uttar Pradesh state government successfully installed TrueNAT machines in all 75 districts of the state, and these machines will help in getting the early test results of COVID-19. Next is Deep Knowledge Group. So recently this group released a ranking for COVID-19 handling, and as per this ranking, Switzerland is the top performing country while India is on 56th position in terms of COVID-19 handling, and total 200 companies were ranked by this group, and as per this ranking, South Sudan is the worst performer and South Sudan is on last position. Next is related to Project Protect. So to protect the exploitation of children online, Facebook along with Google, Microsoft and various other tech companies announced this Project Protect, and this will help in fight against online exploitation of children. So for this project, various tech companies are going to collaborate to make the internet a safer place for our younger generation. Next is related to Sabrimala Temple Festival. So recently this festival was cancelled due to COVID-19, and this is a very famous temple festival in Kerala. So these were the most important questions of today's quiz. Now homework for you. So first homework is related to 9th schedule of Indian Constitution. So recently it was in news because a union minister emphasized that all the reservation related laws should be included in 9th schedule of Indian Constitution so that they are protected from the judicial review. So first homework is to read about 9th schedule of Indian Constitution. Second homework is to read about permafrost. And third one is related to NIRF, that is National Institutional Ranking Framework. So that was all for the day. Thank you.